I trust the current iteration of Lucasfilm to be custodians of beloved Star Wars characters about as much as I trust a hungry lion to babysit my children. With the exceptions of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, Lucasfilm has repeatedly denigrated plenty of characters who are central to the franchise. Kathleen Kennedy herself promised George Lucas, and by extension the fans, that she would take care of the Grandmaster's creations.
I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories to Kathy and I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them.
You lie!
Do I? Yes, Kathy, you lied. You've turned most of the original trilogy characters into losers and weirdos.
Pivotal circuit is sticking. You're gonna have to do that thing again later. Yeah.
Hell, not even Chewbacca was spared. Under George Lucas's care, our favorite Wookiee was an actual character. We couldn't understand what he said, but we understood generally what he meant. But in the Disney sequels, he was scenery at best, meant to remind us of old Star Wars. That's why it was with great dread that I learned there are plans to bring Darth Revan into the official canon of the galaxy. 10 years ago, I would have been dancing in excitement, but these days, this article from Giant Freakin Robot has me frowning, as if I'm handing off my baby to someone that I sense won't take good care of it.
No, I know what she means. I'll take good care of her. She won't get a scratch.
I got your promise. Not a scratch.
Would you get going, you pirate? What? My neck? That was too close.
As always, before we dive into the meat and potatoes of the video today, a quick reminder of where we are flying right now. Alright, so here's the headline from Giant Freakin Robot: Darth Revan set to make Star Wars debut on a Disney Plus series.
I have strongly mixed feelings!
Darth Revan is a name that doesn't mean much to those recently introduced to the Star Wars franchise, but for franchise veterans, the name means one of the most popular characters in Star Wars history, regardless of what side of the Force fandom resides in? I don't know, that's a really strangely constructed sentence. Get a copy editor, guys. Anyway, with so many television and theatrical Star Wars entries, his appearance was only a matter of time. Fans of the dark side of the Force rejoice, since Darth Revan is set to make his Star Wars debut on a Disney Plus series. That's fairly accurate. I do think Darth Revan's appearance was just a matter of time. KOTOR is one of the finest video games I've ever played. I remember saving up money as a kid and buying my own laptop just to play that game when it first came out. For those of us old enough to experience the character, Revan is extremely popular. But as much as I'd like to see him in live action, I really don't want Kathleen Kennedy to be the caretaker of this character.
And don't worry about your home. If It's in good hands.
That's a lie.
According to TheDirect.com, Darth Revan, a Jedi turned Sith, will make his debut appearance in the upcoming Star Wars The Acolyte series, which Leslye Headland is currently developing for Disney+. And there it is, the source of my anxiety laid to bear. The mask is ripped off. Revan will be introduced to the Disney canon by Leslye Freakin Headland, a woman who panders like this to SJW cretins.
Just say that, like, I think white women need to kind of step up their game, to be quite honest. Like, sorry, but I'm calling you bitches out.
Of course.
I'll just speak from my own personal experience. It's just like I wasn't sure how to be an ally. I wasn't sure what type. I got so caught up in like what kind of terminology I was supposed to be using and being politically correct and
Nobody cares!
And so as I started to rise in television, I started to just get more blunt and just start saying, like, I would like a black writer.
Stop talking to me like I'm an asshole.
People like Leslye want to use franchises like Star Wars as a platform to make their own statements. They're taking the work of others, standing on their shoulders, and acting as if it's their own personal property without any consideration for the fans who view it as something more meaningful than a political soapbox. I can already imagine the conversation between Leslye Headland and Kathleen Kennedy right now.
OMG. Hi, Kathy. I just had the bestest idea ever about my, new Star Wars show.
OMG, Leslye. I'm so proud of you. Girl power. But before you tell me, just remember that you already are the bestest ever. You're a strong and empowered woman.
Thanks, Kathy. You're strong and empowered, too. Anywho, my idea is that we get the Star Wars fan base totally excited about our show by having a fan favorite character show up in it. And when we remind our fans how absolutely horrible they are and how much we hate them by ruining that character.
He's male, right?
Kind of. It's Darth Revan.
Perfect.
You repel me.
This information was revealed by Corey Van Dyke of Kessel Run Transmissions and confirmed the existence of Darth Revan holoform concept art. Van Dyke believes that the concept art in question is made specifically for the Acolyte and that the character might get his own series eventually. Well, at least so far, it seems that the only exposure Revan will have to Leslye Headland will be in holoform, but even that is much too close for comfort. Maybe it's just shell shock from so many major disappointments out of Lucasfilm, but I'm concerned with this one. If the wrong people aren't expelled from the ranks of Lucasfilm soon, the hyper-wokeness of the company will claim another victim. The veracity of this rumor is heightened by another recent rumor, this one I read about in Inverse. Everything you need to know about the KOTOR remake just 1 week after the ancient Sith Lord Darth Revan began randomly trending on Twitter, news broke downright confirming a full-on remake of the best Star Wars game ever, Knights of the Old Republic. Rumors had been swirling for months, even years, but now that the legacy of KOTOR will be fully canonized in Disney's comparatively new Star Wars galaxy, here's everything you need to know about the remake.
I don't want to be in a battle, but waiting on the edge of one I can't escape is even worse.
The name Canon Wars refers to a battle among universities in the 1980s. It was a bunch of professors fighting over which books to teach students. What we have here is a new series of Canon Wars. As long as Kathleen Kennedy remains in power, she can mold the canon of Disney Star Wars into whatever she wants it to be, sullying our beloved myth. But if we win out, the crap can be decanonized. and once Disney begins making scads of money, I am hopeful their greed will insulate Star Wars from the political flavor of the day for generations to come.
I have to try.
The Old Republic represents one of the last unsullied areas of Star Wars lore, and it's important we preserve it. Let's draw our line in the sand here. If we don't win this, we've lost a crucial part of our culture.
There's a very bad feeling about this.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.